Hi, it's Ronnie again with Sci-Fi Monkeys, and I'm here right now after seeing 3 awesome shows with the group known as Wreckless Freaks.
Freaks!
So let's start here and get everyone's names.
I'm Nipple Nuts.
Sideshow Ben.
The Mighty Lurch.
Boner the Ball Handler.
And we're missing Fluffer the Clown today, but she's with us most of the time as well.
Okay.
I've already got the boner though, so Fluffer can take the day.
So you guys enjoyed the con so far? Everything?
Oh yeah, it was great.
I was blessed, yeah.
Kind of pulls in you now.
Yeah.
Lasted a little while. So basically, the first question that's been on my mind all weekend is, how did Wreckless Freaks begin?
Well, Lurch and I sort of didn't meet each other until about 2.5 years ago, officially, but we both worked with various other sideshow troupes leading up to our eventual introduction. There was another member at the time, actually 2 other members at the time. They have since parted ways. It just, there was a time, you have to be able to commit a lot of time to this, and they weren't always available. So once they had moved on, we decided to take things really slowly and just one gig at a time, and it's come together quite well since then. So.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Ouch.
Watch
So-
out for thumbtacks.
So there's a total of 5 in the crew?
At the moment, yes.
That's the main crew.
But we work with then we work with a bunch of different circus-y friends that, depending on the venue and the amount of time we have to fill, we book various other people as well. That's where the Wreckless Freaks and Friends comes in for a lot of our shows. So, like Circus and Morgan today. And we also had
Jannibal Lecter.
Jannibal Lecter, the contortionist, with us on Friday, which was really awesome.
That was great. How's your neck feeling? By the way?
It's doing great.
It looks like it.
Nothing like getting a large steel hook through your neck, Steve.
Yeah, we'll be putting videos of all that. We'll put it up on the site too. That was, you guys had some, yeah. Well, anyway. So, how long have you guys been doing this now?
I've been performing sideshow for, this will be my 6th year.
And you?
It's about 7 years.
7 years.
Although I did take a year off in there, so it was 2007, I think, when I started assisting sideshow when I was in Pier Circus.
Okay. And
I've been with these guys for about 1.5 years now.
Yep.
and
Oh, I'm new. I started with these guys back in November. No prior sideshow experience. So
Yes.
these guys are kind of taking me in or showing me the ropes and the pins and the hammers and the blocks and the staples, showing me all the things that there is about sideshow.
It's almost time to rip that prospect patch off your jacket and make you a
Close.
full-fledged Wreckless Freak.
so what? Basically, so we're not actually watching a show right now. So just tell everyone, like, basically what they should expect when they come to one of your shows.
You should expect to
Between them.
cringe a lot.
That's for sure. That's definitely for sure.
We use a variety of implements to break a variety of objects. We
Including yourselves?
Yeah, including ourselves sometimes. Hopefully
too
we're not
bad,
up in the hospital. We break a lot of cinder blocks with sledgehammers over people's, torsos, bathing suit areas. We drop bowling balls on people. We bend pieces of rebar with our throats. Going shopping at Home Depot is really pretty entertaining every single time. They always look at you a little funny. What the hell are you breaking a building with 5 cinder blocks, 2 pavers, and a piece of rebar?
We're preparing for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Slowly.
We do a lot of piercing stuff where I either use one of my handmade piercing spears to put holes in my hand or my face or my arm. We occasionally get one of our piercing friends, like we had Hatter with us all weekend. Hatter is a great body modification expert, and he put hooks in Lurch's throat, he put hooks in Bob and Lurch's. Oh, yeah, by the way. I've owed you that one.
There's a woman there.
I've owed you that one since yesterday. Put hooks in their backs, and they did an energy pull yesterday. We do suspensions if the venue can accommodate that, which is, if you don't know what that means you put hooks in your flesh and get lifted off the ground by just those hooks. So it's quite an experience.
You look nervous.
Yeah. I got my nipple pierced the first time, and that almost made me pass out.
Singular? Just one?
Just one. I don't know. I don't like both. It looks
check
like
it
a
out.
towel rack missing the bar. No offense to anyone. That's what it kind of looks like.
The true story is he got the one and then chicken out. Right? Yeah, that's it. No, I'm fine. That's good.
So who gets the most damage basically in the show? Like, because between the two of you,
We do our best to spread it out equally, especially with the multiple sets this weekend. We plan, it's like, okay, we did this to this person, so.
I guess it's sort of there's two different ways of looking at that also. I do most of the emceeing, a lot of the talking, which makes it hard to participate in a lot of the stunts, just the microphone dynamics of like picking up some down, talking to people. So these two end up on the receiving end of a lot of things. I would say, and we are again trying to spread this out and get everybody doing everything. I would say the larger and more spectacular and potentially damaging things I tend to do towards the end to kind of get paid back for all my talking and telling people where things are going. And so the mouth does get its fist eventually. So but I don't know. It's pretty even, and like I said, we're trying to bring Bob in to do everything that we do. I think the only thing you haven't done at this point now is the pitchfork, right?
Haven't done the pitchfork? Yeah, we did the big drop this weekend. That was my first time with that one.
What we
got to
told
do
you
the nail
once you were on
times.
stage.
Yeah. The energy pull was, the piercing this weekend was a new one for me.
Nothing like last minute feats.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we need to put these hooks in your back, and we're going to tie you to lurch, and you guys walk apart from each other.
Okay.
Okay, sure, guys. Yeah.
Hey. So do you guys put what kind of preparation stuff do you guys put to it? Because this is no simple feats here. You basically put your neck to a pitchfork and then get a hammer slam down.
Yeah. That one, again, that was inspired by a picture that I saw in a book called Freaks and Fire. And it was Cats and the Cat Lady with her neck on a pitchfork, and she was getting a cucumber chopped off the back of her neck with a giant battle axe. But we don't have battle axes, so I went with the cinder block and the regimen instead. And we first attempted that one. Was that for ID's benefit? Was that the first time we actually did it?
Yes.
And we didn't practice it. We just went for it. And that's the way a lot of things kind of happen sometimes. Is it's like, oh, I have a dumb idea. Let's.
There's usually alcohol involved.
And there's usually alcohol involved.
Jameson.
Powered by Jameson, absolutely. Sometimes it just kind of happens. We are trying to be a little bit more practice-oriented, where we're trying things first and then debuting them on the stage, but it doesn't always work like that. Sometimes it's just like, hey, what if we do this? And if everybody has the consensus of, yeah, that'll work, everything we do is physics, anatomy, and mind over matter. And so it's mostly just a matter of figuring out the physics, the anatomy, and like how to present it in a way that's going to be entertaining to the audience, and
entertaining.
But all the basic building blocks are kind of the same thing, honestly. The physics works for whatever it is we're trying to do, and it's nothing but a little bit of pain, which is all just up in here, But we do not try. We are not trying to end up in the hospital. Like as reckless as it seems sometimes. Most of the things are actually very well planned. well practiced. So.
Yeah, we'll get drunk and come up with the ideas and then sober up and go, okay, scratch that one. There's no way we can do that one safely, but this one, if we tweak it, okay.
So you
Yeah.
guys don't practice when you figure them out when you're drunk. You're just like, oh, let's just try it now. So,
No,
Try not
that's
to.
the go.
That's the
It's just the brainstorming, and then you just write down all these
Then when
stupid
it comes
ideas
down
and
to
scratch
the
them off.
stuff, yeah, it's like, okay, we can do this one, we can't do this one. Well, if we can do this one, we can do this one.
is it, how often does it go through your head? It's like, no, sometimes it's good. Or like,
You know what's funny is when I follow, when we stop at Home Depot to get our supplies for a show, I always walk behind Ben and I watch him just like looking around the hardware store the entire time. Little light bulbs popping up over his head. It seems like it's a dangerous place.
Yeah.
You should see us in a sporting goods store.
Oh, good lord.
That's always fun too.
We still need to figure out that freak fishing.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like, there's a good.
well, let's hear this.
We haven't done it yet, but we
No.
really want to. We were walking around Big Five one day, and we saw a collapsible fly fishing rod. We're like, what if we debark the hook, and me and Lurch will put on like safety goggles, right? And we'll fly fish at each other until somebody gets hooked, you know? And like, gonna get you. We haven't done it yet, but it's one of those things that's definitely on the list of like.
Look forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Right on. So what's the? This is a good one. What's the strangest show you've done? Like, or gig? Like, who's weird? You know, like, St. Mary's Church called you in to do a show or something.
We've performed at a wedding before.
We've done,
We
yeah.
just did a wedding.
We just did a wedding. We've
Right.
performed at another wedding before. Personally, my oddest gig was at a. Can't really go into too much detail, but it was basically at a fetish swingers retreat in the mountains where we were.
Oh, we're here in Northern Washington.
Yeah. So we were the least freaky people there. Actually, like, and occasionally you get that where you're like, wow, I feel out of place right now. But, yeah, so I mean, the weird one on that one was we did a suspension that went over spectacularly, but when we did the human dartboard, I had a guy who obviously knew exactly what he's doing, and he put a dart, full-length shank on the tip. He put one in, it went at the top of my shoulder in, and then you can see the tip sticking out of the front of my shoulder, up at the top here, and that was pretty gnarly. But yeah, the swinger fetish festival was my weirdest one for sure.
What about you guys?
I don't know. Can't say I've been doing it long necessarily.
Yeah, it's all just been. I mean, there's the epically cool ones like touring with Jim Rose and Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh.
You know, that was my coolest experience.
What's about that? With Jake the Snake.
Yeah, they did a Jim Rose versus Jake the Snake tour, and I was with Pure Circus at the time, and get a phone call from the head of the circus saying, "You probably want to sit down for this." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm seated." And he's like, "Jim frickin' Rose just asked for the Freaks to go on tour with him." And I'm just like, say that again? Jim Rose, the Jim Rose. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like going, oh my God. It was just a short bit jaunt through the Northwest here, but yeah, as Ben was saying on stage, Jim taught me to be the human dartboard. Never called me anything but the dartboard. It was an honor because at the end of the show they had posters and they got Jake out there and Jim and they're all signing autographs and he's like, wait a minute, where's the dartboard? Dartboard, get out here, start signing posters for people. So I actually participated in an autograph signing where I'm signing posters with Jim Rose and Jake the Snake, who I grew up watching on TV wrestling. I mean, it was amazing. Getting it, like the first time I did the dartboard, I come off stage and Jake is like half freaked out about it. He's like, man, are you okay? Are you okay? Come on, sit down. You know, sits me down in the green room. It's like, do you need anything? He's grabbing paper towels and getting the blood off of my back. And in my head, I'm like going, Jim Rose just threw darts into my back, and now Jake, this Snake Roberts, is cleaning me up and asking me what I need. It's like, I need a shot. I need a shot. And he's like, what do you want? And I'm just like, first thing that popped in my head at that point was Jaeger. I'm like, Jaeger. He hollers for a waitress. Bring this guy a shot of Jaeger. No, 2. Bring one for me too. Now! And then Jake is handing me shots of Jaeger while again stopping the bleeding on my back. So yeah, that's my epic freak moment.
Right on, right on. So do you guys have any like live performances coming up?
Just a few.
We just started this gauntlet of performances.
Oh yeah.
5
so-
weekends in a row.
So it was Crypticon this weekend. Next weekend we have Oddball at the Everett Event Center. That's a free vendor fair. There's no admission. We'll be on the main stage all day, both days, Saturday and Sunday. The weekend after that, there is a show at the Mix in Georgetown, which is a cool little music venue. That's going to be with Go Like Hell, Spiderface, Wreckless Freaks, and Dying Off. So some punk rock and freak stuff. The weekend after that, also in Georgetown, is the Georgetown Carnival, where we'll be on the Stables stage behind Jules Mays. That stage is featuring us. We've also got the Oh No Variety Show featuring the amazing Boobzilla, who, if you watch AMC's Freak Show, was just on there. She will be in Seattle at the Georgetown Carnival doing her thing.
Team, make a note.
Yeah, she has agreed to some crossover.
Awesome.
So yeah. Yeah.
So we'll actually be sharing the stage with her. We've also we got Little Black Devil Burlesque is going to be putting on a show as well at the Georgetown Carnival, and then we've got
Hardcore German Sparkle Party.
the Hardcore German Sparkle Party at Mercury.
Beautifully loathing. See, it's the 4th one. So.
Yes.
And then after that, I think we get a break for a second. And then the next big one is August 28th.
23rd.
August
20 something is
August 20 something, AMDEF at Numos on Capitol Hill, which is a huge collaborative night. AMDEF stands for Art, Music, Dance, Entertainment, and Fashion. So there are musicians, dancers, fashion designers, models, freaks, everything you can imagine. Last year there was over 150 people involved in that production. It's 6 hours of non-stop collaborative entertainment. So come check that out. That's a lot of fun. That's put on by Active Entertainment and Ryan Muller. Please look them up and follow on Facebook. They put on a lot of great events. So.
And I think we've got a wedding in September, and then Oddball again.
Oddball again in October.
Oh, Oddballs.
Twice a year.
Twice a year.
Oh, that's great. This will be our first time.
Last year was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then next year he's expanding into Portland, so he'll be taking us down there to
So
run the
happy
stage.
people are getting down to Portland and to love it down there.
Yeah, it's fun.
City came in, all that.
Mhm.
So basically, first, thank you guys for sitting down with me for this. We'll definitely be posting this up.
Cool.
Everyone can find you on Facebook, right?
Yep.
Just Wreckless Freaks.
Yep, and that's Reckless with a W and Freaks with 2 E's.
Just we spelled it wrong to make it really easy to find.
And is that all you have? Any website? Or?
We don't have a functioning
Not
website,
quite yet.
but Facebook is the best way to get a hold of us for the time being.
Okay.
Can't figure out how to spell Reckless Freaks. Boner has a page, the Mighty Lurch has a fan page themselves.
We all have our own individual
Also,
pages.
okay, so all their names with a .com. .coms?
No, just on Facebook.
No, just
Oh,
Facebook
okay.
pages.
So you all have Facebook. Okay.
Yeah. Boner the Ball, Handling Clown, the Mighty Lord, Sideshow.
Or just like
Awesome.
All right, well, thank you guys for
Thank
being
you.
with me. I appreciate it so
Absolutely.
much. The show was spectacular.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, definitely. We'll be hitting it up again, probably on ball. So.
Excellent.
Cool.
See you there, man.
Yeah, no, guys, go try to fill yourselves now. I love all the whole
Yeah.